Welcome to BSW, the show, the people's voice. Thank you for watching and supporting us and liking our previous video. Please continue to do that. Share the videos, comment if you like, compliments, constructive criticism. I'm not afraid of anything. A lot of requests came in the past week what we should talk about, and we'll try to accommodate everybody. This week we'll have a few interesting topics to talk about. First, W will give a nice part on the Torah, a nice part on the Parsha about money. You don't want to miss that. So don't go away. Stay tuned. Second, we'll have a roundtable discussion about what is a Jew. What's the essence of a Jew? What are we different than anybody else? Simon has very interesting to add to that topic too. Third, we'll go out with Simon and bake challah. He's an expert in baking. And we'll have here in studio the finished challah and we'll eat it. Last but not least, we'll add a segment on the Baal Shem Tov, Heshi Schnitzler. You guys all know him. If you don't know him, you'll see him soon. He'll be on the show and discuss what a Baal Shem Tov is. And it will be our weekly Baal Shem Tov shir on everything that a Baal Shem Tov has to offer. Until then, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Just got up this morning and I'm in the mood of fighting, so I thought, let me fight this Yetzer. Thank you, Barmi, for introducing me. I'll be saying a word on the Torah. I'm not a rabbi or a spiritual person. I interpret the Torah according to me, because the Torah is meant for me and for you and for everyone else to look at it, take out from there what they think is important to them. Your comments, suggestions, criticism, and compliments are welcome. Thank you. This week's Pasha, we see Avruam Suda died, and Avruam went and he bought off from Bnei Chais, he bought off a property to bury Suda. The Torah dedicates 16 psikim, you can say extra psikim, but it's important. The Torah wants to emphasize on the whole story, how it went down. He met them, he was negotiating with them, and the whole thing about how the transaction went along, and the status that Avram had in the community, all these things. Money is a very important thing. You see also when Hashem blessed Avram, last week's Parsha, V'agad lo shamechu v'avarechechu, says Rashi, b'muman. Hashem wants us to have loads of money, lots of money. Money is very important. Hashem could make the world whichever way He wants, but He chooses to run the world with money, and the Torah chooses to document it with Avram here. Some people say, it says in Chazal, Kach idarka shel Torah, Paz melech toichel, val uris tishan, demons ashrechu v'toiblach, something like that. What's really going on is, it says in Chazal, same Chazal there, which means the end result is that if you are doing these things without money, you see the point is, what we have to get to is to have a lot of money. It's very important. The natural reaction of a person when they see something inexpensive and beautiful, they say, wow. Because that's the natural reaction of a person. It's very important to have a lot of money. And Rebbe Mechabed es Hashira. And I want to bless you. You should have a lot of money. And Barmi, Simon, loads of money, people. Torah wants it. Reb Nachman, check this. Reb Nachman says Torah Samach in Lekita Maran that in order to have this wide knowledge of the Torah, just as if Ein Keimach Torah, to have a very wide understanding of Torah, All the people who were very big people, who the Nevi'im, who were talking to God, Rebbe of some Salvador Mishnayos, Reb Asher, and Moshe Rabbeinu, they were all rich, filthy rich. Because in order to have a very deep understanding of Torah, you need to be very rich. You should all be very rich. Thank you. See you next week. Alright, flip it out.
This week's topic is, what is a Jew? What's the essence of a Jew? Is it someone that keeps mitzvahs?
Is it someone that's circumcised?
Is someone who does not believe, is he Jewish?
Is someone that keeps Shabbos?
What is a Jew? What if he doesn't do anything? Is he still Jewish? A Jew is who you are. A Jew has a neshama, a tiny spark from Hashem that's within him. Torah and mitzvahs that we do is only here so we can connect to Hashem. It's tools so we can connect to Hashem.
Right. So listen, it's unbelievable. Thank you, Barn. I agree with you. I have something very interesting that I read. Nachman tells a story after the Sapira Masias, there's a Sikha, there's a Shmis. Nachman tells us a story of a tzaddik that fell into a downer, an atzvus, and he couldn't get himself up. So he was looking, how can he get himself up? Whatever he found himself to get himself up, he found a reason why it shouldn't get him up. He kept on falling down again until Hashem gave him the thought that, wow, thank you Hashem, I'm a Jew. That thought, you cannot dismiss because you didn't do anything. It's not that you did it maybe a little wrong or something. Hashem gave you a gift, you're a Jew. That thought made him fly so much that he flew until Simcha, Nachman says very funny, that Simcha has a beginning and it has an end. So the Simcha stopped because he thought, wow, I flew so much. I began in New York, I'm going to drop in Paris. What a trip. And he thought he's going to drop in Paris, and usually a tzaddik doesn't like when people know about his things, that he flew from New York to Paris. So anyway, he dropped and he realized, oh, I'm just in New York back. And he brings out this thought, this little idea that he took upon himself to decide I'm going to be happy because I'm Jewish. This little move made him fly so much. And it points out, emphasizes what little things could make us fly so much. I'm sure like that.
So what I want to add is Judaism is not a religion. People think Judaism is a religion just like Islam and Christianity. It's not. Judaism is a relationship between God and us. And everybody has a different relationship. I like to buy my wife chocolate, and you like to buy flowers.
I make chocolate.
Oh, chocolate wise.
Thank you.
We all have different connections to our wives, different connections to our relationship. So Judaism is just about how you connect to God. It has nothing to do with what you do, as in what you're supposed to do. Like we asked, if you're circumcised, are you Jewish or not? Even if you're not circumcised, even if you don't keep Shabbos, you're still Jewish.
So you're saying
just because you're a Jew.
Yeah, right. You're saying it's a relationship, not a religion.
Exactly.
God is it's a connection.
It's a connection.
And the Torah is just to bring us closer to Him.
Yeah, the Zohar calls the Taryag Mitzvahs 613 eitzes of how to connect to God.
Exactly.
It's just an idea. How are you going to connect to your relationship, to your husband, if you may, because we are the wife and Shalom, through the mitzvahs.
619 eitzes.
Right. Yeah, the mitzvahs are like so in a way.
Because Torah is also a notion of guidance.
Right.
And basically Hashem created the world, and the Torah is our manual, it's our instructions. You know, sometimes you buy something and you put it together without looking at the instructions, and then you see by the end that it's all messed up.
Right.
And it's like, oh, I should have looked at the instructions.
Right.
God's telling you, listen, you want to have a good life? Look at the instructions. Follow these instructions, and you'll have a good life.
Right.
You'll have a beautiful life. It's all about enjoying in this world.
It's simple. When you follow these rules, your life will enhance. If you look into these mitzvahs, they're designed to bring your life to a better quality of life. If you don't steal, if you do all these things, your life enhances. It's just a way of life.
You live very comfortably.
Right.
It's a way to live very comfortably
Right.
by following these.
So to sum it all up, a Jew is who you are. It's not what you believe. It's not what you do. Has nothing to do with anything.
It's who you are.
Exactly. You are Jewish. This is this week's discussion. And now, let's check out the video Simon bakes challah.
Okay, of course we have to wash our hands before we touch other people's food. Weil der ingerische Baba hat uns so ausgelernt. The recipe, oh my god, I think I put too many cups of sugar. How was it 6 cups of sugar? I think it was 6 cups. Oh, it wasn't 6? Oh! This is where we take warm water, not hot, because you're gonna kill the yeast. Okay, you pour the warm water into the yeast. Okay, let the yeast dissolve. Pour the water, which is mixed with the yeast, in here. Now we're making a dough. Look how much Shabbos Kodesh. Guys, don't forget, Kemach has to be Yashan! Okay, this is it, people. Take the dough, you twist it. Okay, basically what you're doing is you're making layers. And when you make layers, okay, that's when the yeast, okay, takes effect. And when the yeast takes effect and you have layers, it just grows bigger. Okay, so what you want to do is make like twist it in, okay? Everybody says there's a trick to challah. Between me and you, there is a trick to challah. You know what the trick to challah is? The trick to challah is say Shabbos. You say Lekuvah Shabbos, that's when your challah is going to come out like. Barmi? Both of you?
It was too good, it was too good.
Yo, couldn't hold it back.
Please, dude. This is some good challah. Great challah. Wow. You want to know the recipe? We'll put it in the description down below. Simon will write the recipe. If you have any questions, we'll put Simon's personal email there.
Oh no. I'm checking email tomorrow.
Some good challah there.
Ooh. Wow. That sugar you put in, the 6 cups of sugar, that's good. And now, the Baal Shem Tov segment by Hershey Schnitzler.
We're going to have this series the teachings of the Baal Shem Tov, in which I will try to examine the teachings of the Baal Shem Tov, to see who he really was and what he really taught, and how his ideas changed the Jewish world. Now, his teachings appear in the middle of the 18th century, in the 1750s, somewhere, according to Chabad tradition, a little earlier. But in any case, what we do know about them for sure is that they were revolutionary. They were put in cherem, they were outcasted, they were excommunicated, and the establishment took it upon themselves to eradicate these teachings. They, of course, failed, but it is remarkable indeed that about a group that numbered tops 100 men managed to take it upon themselves, took on the Jewish establishment, and within 3 generations won the battle, and they themselves were now the establishment. Now, what are these teachings? Or rather, should I say, these teachings are there are a lot of details that the Baal Shem Tov taught, but what we could say about them, that generally they all amount to a rational approach to Judaism. Baal Shem Tov's Torahs are always trying to understand miracles, prayer, God's ways, how it works. Baal Shem Tov is obviously not happy with the old approach, the fanatical Judaism, the approach of fanatical Judaism to a perfect God and perfect Torah that does not change, does not evolve, everything, all the glory is actually in the past and everything is going down. Baal Shem Tov is into seeing God and Torah as constantly evolving. The revelation of God, the communication of God with man continues to this day, Baal Shem Tov teaches. Not only continues, gets increasingly clearer, stronger, and purer. He's also constantly putting the worlds together, explaining how the God acts within this world. How God is one, and that means that everything that's in this world, there is no vacuum, everything is God. That means that God is fully invested in this universe, and God is fully invested within us. Next week, we will examine the first teaching of the Baal Shem Tov, which closely relates to what we just spoke, and that is Ha'adam Olam Katan. Man is a microcosm. We will examine that next week. But for now, I just want to say, in conclusion to this introduction to the teachings of Baal Shem Tov, that is striking. It is striking that in no tradition, as far as I'm aware of, is there any chumrah, any sort of stringent approach to halacha mentioned in the name of Baal Shem Tov, not even one. And there is not one teaching that deals with masturbation, which was really the fascination of the Jewish world at the time, if you examine the literature of the day. Thank you.
Okay, Chavela, today is the Yutzat of Shlomo Karbach. Wow. What he brought to the world. Can you believe how our music world, the Bechal Yiddish world, would have looked without the Shlomo's music? Okay, Lindish zum Shlomo, Simon, please. Shlomo ben Naftula.
Shlomo ben Naftula. Chisi Unonani.
Oh man.
I have a schos.
Shlomo ben Naftula, the Chisi Unonani. Some fires will burn in the ganze Welt, as it is already. Who wants to have a Chaim in this Shlomo?
I have already here. Here.
Chaim. Chaim. Choose them all, yeah. Let's sing the song, Shlomo. Sing the song.
my brothers, my friends.
To all of my brothers and friends,
Thank you for watching this episode
from BSW.
Yee-hoo! Please subscribe to our channel. Comment on the video as well.
We love your critics and we love your suggestions. We love your compliments too, so don't hold back.
After all, it's called People's Voice. It's your voice and ours together. Let's next week, if you have any questions and you would like to ask us, you can email us. I'll put the email in the description down below.
And feel free to criticize us if you think otherwise, because we want to hear what you have to say.
Very good. You criticize, I don't care anyway.
And compliments too. If you like what we're saying, or you have a certain twist to it, please feel free.
Exactly.
Thanks.
We love criticism, we love it. Because it gives us a minute to laugh.
Have a good day. Yo,